This your boy Diddyknowsball back with another video. Say, man, when we gonna talk about Jalen Johnson? Well, I guess that's what I'm here for. I'm gonna talk about Jalen Johnson. Jalen Johnson has turned Atlanta Hawks to a legit contender, bro. Atlanta Hawks right now, they the third seed in the Eastern Conference. As of this video, they 4-2. They won 4 in a row, and it's due to Jalen Johnson. They've been undefeated since they put him in the starting lineup. I know he didn't start the Wizards game for whatever reason. But Jalen Johnson, man, as a role player, that boy is a jumbo wing. He about 6'9", 220, jumping out the gym. He's jumping out the gym. On both ends, he's a Swiss Army knife. On offense, you can use him as a pick and roll threat, a pick and pop threat, runs in transition, lob threat. And the biggest thing about Jalen Johnson's game, he's shooting 40% from three. He's lethal on the catch, and it's not fake. He's hitting multiple jumpers at a high clip off the catch. Jalen Johnson is one of those players where he'll turn your ceiling and he'll push it through the roof. The Atlanta Hawks can beat anybody in the East. And I say that because of this. Who don't they match up well with in terms of personnel? Who don't they match up well with in terms of star power when it comes to closing the game? Who don't they match up well with when it comes to coaching? I'll wait. The Atlanta Hawks are a legit contender as it stands right now. Now, who knows what happens when it comes to injuries, but right now, the Atlanta Hawks can legit contend in the East. And yes, that means I think they could possibly beat Boston, bro. They could possibly beat Boston. They have just enough players on the front in the front court. They have just enough players on the wing. They have just enough players in the back court. Like, it's tough. The only thing I'll say about the only thing about Boston that scares me when it comes to the Atlanta Hawks is you do have Derek White and Drew Holiday that can cancel out Murray and Trae Young. But when it comes to just versatile defenders, when it comes to on the wing, in the backcourt, in bigs, I feel like the Atlanta Hawks roster is pretty much flawless when it comes to stacking up against every other team in the NBA, really. I think the Atlanta Hawks can match up well personnel-wise with every team in the NBA. I think Trae Young can compete with any superstar when it comes to closing out a game. And I think Quinn Snyder is just as good as coach, as good of a coach as pretty much all the top East coaches is probably except for Spo. And who knows where they'll be by the end of the season. But it all starts with Jalen Johnson. That dude's a Swiss Army knife, bro. He's a Swiss Army knife. We all kind of, in the basketball community, we all kind of knew that he was going to be a good replacement for John Collins, but we weren't expecting this. If his pace continues, because he just had like 21, 11, and 4 against the Pelicans, but as a starter. So if he continues his trend upward, I wouldn't be surprised if Jalen Johnson gets MIP. He might get most improved player, bro. He kind of has no real flaws in his game. He has no consistent flaws in his game. He can shoot. He can run. It's like, man, that boy is a cheat code, man. And defensively, I ain't even said nothing defensively. Defensively, I think he's underrated. I think he's borderline elite defender. He's good one-on-one because he can move his feet and he's athletic and he's long. And he's a great help side defender. He get multiple steals. And I would like to see him improve as a shot blocker, but I don't see him block a lot of shots, especially with that athleticism. But he's literally playing the 3. He can play the 3 or the 4. So you can put Jalen Johnson in lineups when you're trying to go small, and you can put Jalen Johnson in lineups when you're trying to go big. And he fits perfectly. I think, man, right now, how it's looking, Jalen Johnson looking better than Michael Porter Jr. in terms of just a guy that I feel like that could help when it comes to winning in all facets of the game. Michael Porter Jr., he's a better shooter, of course. But I think Jalen Johnson would impact winning better. Like defensively, on the glass, I don't know, bro. The most surprising thing to me is that catch and shoot number. He's shooting 40%. off decent volume. He's not overshooting, but when he does get his catch and shoot opportunity, he drills them, bro. He drills them. So this is my question to y'all. The Atlanta Hawks, who don't they match up well against? And you can say in either conference, you got Clint Capella on Okongwu and Jalen Johnson and DeAndre Hunter in the front court, along with Sadiq Bey. Then in the back court, you got DeJounte Murray. There's nobody that the Atlanta Hawks can't guard. This is the ultimate personnel team that I'm looking at right now. And when it comes to the NBA outside of Boston, this is the ultimate personnel team. And I think they got a little bit better personnel when it comes to being able to guard everybody in the NBA than Boston, because Boston only has one center. They got Al Horford, but Al Horford is on the older end. Everybody in Atlanta is in their prime. I don't know, y'all. I'm just saying, Jalen Johnson is for real, and he makes Atlanta a legit contender because Trae Young on the offensive end, when it comes to crunch time, he's as good as anybody. DeJounte Murray is as good of a point guard defender as anybody. I trust DeAndre Hunter when it comes to, like, I think he could slow down like your smaller wings, like the Mikal Bridges, the Jalen Browns. I think he could do a good job on them. And then you could throw Jalen Johnson on the bigger wings, the Tatums, and the things of that nature. Throw him on the Lucas. And then you still have Okongwu and Clint Capella to throw on the Giannis's, to throw on the Jokic's. Who can't this team guard? And I feel like that is going to be the separator with this Atlanta Hawk team. They match up well with everybody. They really do. And I really don't see no flaws in their personnel packages. Go big, go small. I mean, it is what it is. I think this Atlanta Hawks team is a legit contender. I feel like they have one of the best benches in the NBA. Sadiq Bey, Bojan Bogdanovic. I don't know. I get them confused. Hey man, we haven't even seen a lot of AJ Griffin, and that boy's a knockdown shooter. So they have one of the better 8-man rotations in the league, in my opinion, from a personnel standpoint, offense and defense. And it's a very balanced team. It's a very balanced team, bro. I'm not gonna keep y'all on here long. I just wanted to let y'all know my thoughts on Atlanta Hawks. I think they're a legit contender, and they can beat anybody. I think they even, man, Clint Capella match up on Joel Embiid as well. There's nobody they don't. It ain't nobody in the East that I would be scared of if I'm an Atlanta Hawk fan, just simply because the personnel they have. Trae Young, we know he gonna show up when the lights are the brightest. And hey man, just from a personnel standpoint, from a Jalen Johnson, looks like he breaking out standpoint, this Atlanta Hawks team is for real, bro. Let me know your comments how y'all feel about Jalen Johnson. Let me know how y'all feel about the Atlanta Hawks if they're a legit contender. Let me know in the comments. But it's been your boy Diddyknowsball. Like, comment, subscribe. It really helps. I'm out.